Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Equity Guys pre-market video. My name is Chirag, a NISM certified technical analyst, and let's get into the view for today. How we talked about yesterday, where we should be reaching those 4,600 levels and how those gaps were supposed to get filled. We did see the gaps getting filled yesterday with this big red candle, and that is definitely a positive on the view side today. So Nifty is getting down to those levels where it can come down, take support, and move back up. But there should be room for it to move down a little bit more, and then it should be able to go up again. So keeping that in mind, when we're looking at the data, we do see that futures and Bank Nifty futures for is both trading at a premium of 76 points in Nifty and 176 points in Bank Nifty. Looking in at India VIX is up 2.47%, which is definitely bearish in nature. Overall level sitting at about 10.78, so moving up another 2% is bringing that bearish nature back into the market there. Looking at the crude oil charts, crude oil, we do see crude oil is fairly neutral from what it was yesterday. So again, we should and overall intraday levels are bullish. Not intraday, long-term levels are bullish. Intraday is looking a bit neutral to bearish here in crude oil here. Looking at gold and silver Bs, gold B is down 0.4% and silver B is up 1.86% there. Now finally coming over to how Gift Nifty is opening. Gift Nifty is seeing a slight gap down of almost 40 points today. So that will definitely play a role in how the market moves today. Looking at the sectoral indices, we do see the sectors are all bearish except for metals. So definitely bearish data coming in from the sectoral indices here. Looking at NSE, we do see about 2000 declines and only 900 advances. So extremely bearish sentiment coming in from the market. 2000 stocks basically closing towards the day low out of the 3125 tradable stocks. So that is definitely extremely bearish in nature over there. Looking at the FII data, we do see that in the cash market, the FIIs are selling 5,000 crores in the cash market, while the DIIs are buying back the 5,000 crores there. The only reason that the market is staying up to the levels it is staying up is because of the DIIs over here. Looking at the FNO segment, we do see that in the FNO segment for the futures index, the FIs are selling about 500 crores here, and in stock futures, we do see a selling of about 200 crores here. So definitely bearish in nature with the FII data all throughout. Nothing is showing any sort of bullishness at all. So that is something that we have to keep in mind for today's market. Looking at the advanced decline ratios, we do see that Nifty 50 has 12 advances and 38 declines. Bank Nifty 4 advances and only 8 declines. So keeping this in mind, we again see very bearish data to begin with. Moving on to option chain. So option chain here is actually looking very bearish in nature. It's because on the right side we do see buying in the money puts and buying little bit in out of the money puts here, and on the left side we do see selling in both in and out of the money calls. So that is how the data is looking. Key possible areas of reversal because the market is bullish is 24,900. If the market was to ever come up today, it will come near 24,900 and you can see a possible reversal from that side. Moving on to the global indices, we do see that the US markets are completely down. Dow Jones, S&P and Nasdaq all down almost half percent, and 0.38%, which is extremely bearish in nature over there. Even Europe is extremely down. DAX down 0.5%, FTSE down almost 0.4%, CAC down 0.4%. Moving over to the Asian market, Nikkei is almost down 0.12% here and running, and Kospi down almost 2% here. So extremely negative data coming in from the global markets. The Indian ADRs are reflecting the same thing. There is no, proper buying in any of the key stocks here in Indian ADRs. We are definitely seeing extreme selling in all of the key stocks here. So we will not be seeing much of a move today at all because of the bearish data all the way through. Looking at the futures index though. Futures index again, the US 30 is neutral, US 500 is also pretty neutral, the US Tech 100 is a little bit down here. I would say fairly neutral data coming in from the futures markets here, but again, nothing great to move the Indian markets or set it up on the upside. Looking at the nature of the Nikkei market, we do see that Nikkei also starts the gap down. There is a further sell-off, and there's a little bit of a recovery that does come in. There's something that we can see possibly a recovery towards the day high here, with a little bit of bullishness towards the end of the market. But I highly doubt we will have this. So let's get into what we might have for the view for today. So again, what the view for today is, there could possibly be a move on the downside till about S2. S2 over there, it might take a little bit of support from S2. If S2 breaks, of course, we have S3 that can, it'll go down to, and then there'll be a good bit of consolidation in the second half, is what I feel. So today should be somewhat of a trendy market in the first half, and then the second half should be quite a bit of, a neutral market over here. But keeping that in mind, guys, make sure you guys are trading your setup and not the view. Make sure you guys are trading one index, one time frame, and you guys are not trading your emotions. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great trading session. See you guys tomorrow.